Hello, what's up? How is everybody? I always forget how to do this. When will it ever be that I just do it right the first time? I'm sure soon. Hello, Kelly. How are you? There we go, I got it. What's up? Oh, you know what? I gotta move this camera just scoochy a little bit. I'm sorry. It's gonna be a little awkward, but I need to be able to see the whole um chat thingy. The chat thingy, you know. How is everybody? If you're in the US, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Does anyone watch? Hello, Tanya, you are so funny. Hello, everybody. Wow. I actually didn't expect so many people to be on so quickly. I guess it was the reminder, huh? Happy Sunday. I don't either, Deb. Look at this. Look at this. Hello. I saved these socks. Kelly said I rely on my boyfriend for the highlights. Chris said Super Wool Sunday. That is it. It is Super Wool Sunday. How are we? Okay, I wanted to let a bunch of you get here. I know, I'm sorry. Jennifer, I used to do a lot of them. Margarita said I go to a Super Bowl party, but I don't watch, I just knit. Super Owl. Oh, are we not allowed to say that? Carrie said Super Owl in case the NFL is watching. They should be watching. Am I right? I wanted to tell you guys, so there is gonna be Kimberly's first to hit the like button. Hello. Um, I am gonna give away, some of you guys probably didn't see it. I don't know why I'm saying so much. Polymer Art said my wife has gone to her parents' house for the game. Well, there you go. You're free to woolify. Are we not allowed to say Super Bowl? Is that like a, you can't even say it? So if you didn't see anywhere, I am gonna either give away a braid today or one of these bats. They're all right here so I can show. And it's because this channel just hit 100,000. Oh, okay. I didn't know that meant we couldn't say it. 100,000 hours of watch time. I want to start celebrating like everything I can think of. And me and John did the math both, and it comes out to 11 years of watch time, which is insane. So I thought, let's do something fun and we'll do a giveaway. My phone has a timer set already. Thanks, you guys. So when the timer goes off, who's ever like the top comment that I can see the entire comment and their name is going to be the winner, and then they can pick what they want. And if you don't want fiber or spinning fiber, maybe you don't, you're a knitter or whatever, you know what I mean, maybe you don't spin, I will dye a hank of yarn just for you. So thanks. I just want to start really celebrating every little thing, especially in the middle of the winter blast. So when it goes off, just hope you're on the top. John and I are both like, okay, how are we going to do this? And then, yes, I will go international. There's always people who say like, well, we send it international? Of course. No, I'm not generous. You know what? This is the truth. I get more out of giving stuff away than you guys get from me. I love it. It's so fun. Like, if you only knew, if I could I would give a lot more stuff if I could afford to. Let's put it that way. It would just be so fun. But 11 years, I'm telling John, I'm like, I looked that up. It's 4,166 days. That's more than 10 years. And John goes, honey, that's more than 11 years. Ugh, a beer. Good idea. A beer said no champagne. Hello, Tina from Stockbridge. Where is Stockbridge? I don't know where that is. Of course, Tanya said she even sends to New Zealand. Of course, I would always send to New Zealand. I wish I could live in New Zealand. I just want to run into the guys from, what was that show? Flight of the Conchords. Oh, Diane, thank you. Oh, thanks, Bear. Bear, how should I say that? Okay, I'm so behind, you guys. I'm sorry. I just let so much go while I was jabbering. Cat, hello. Script Goddess, I cannot remember your real name for anything. I'm sorry. Hi, Rhonda. A beer said you're the Oprah of fiber. I wish I could be. Wouldn't that be just so much fun? Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. You take one for the team. She said, I'll have champagne on your behalf. Kimberly is using mystery fiber. I don't know. Sarah said, how am I going to get my project cut? I'm sorry, you guys. I miss so much. I am sorry. I did, Tanya. I did. And I would again. If you win, baby. Even the drum carter. If that goes to another country, I'll make it happen. Well, you know, oh, near Chelsea. Okay, Tina, I know where Chelsea is. So you're like way on the other side pretty much. Melanie said, I still need to get spinning again. Thanks, Teresa. She said, oh goodness, you got again. I'm sorry, I'm missing stuff. Elsbeth. That's not hard. Elsbeth's not hard. It's not that. I don't think you've told me before. Have you told me? Yes. Teresa said we should book a trip to New Zealand together. Let's have a retreat in New Zealand. Want to? Rhonda said the NFL has the name of the big game copyrighted and have been aggressive lately about not letting it be used without their consent. Okay. That's really weird. Like, why would you not want to let people say the name of your event? That is odd. Oh, Joanna said, Drum Carter, tell me more. So there's, when we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to give it away. I'm still trying to exactly figure out how entering wins. It's maybe like a month away. At current subscriber levels, it's about a month away. So, yeah, Jean said road trip to New Zealand. It's going to be a challenge, but you know what? I'm up for a challenge. Hello, Donna. I just looked at a place online to see if I could, Bull Super. I like that. You know what is really tricky? I worked with a Norwegian man whose last name was pronounced Super Bowl. So I don't know what's going to happen to him. It wasn't spelled identically, but that's how you say it. So, or maybe he just did that for the Americans. I don't know. It could be, right? Oh, everybody wants to go. Cindy said, I agree, Trish, really weird. It's weird. The superb owl. There you go. Julie says yes to New Zealand. I would totally abandon my family for that. Tanya, I've knitted my socks. No, they're not a success. Now, why is that? I know. Mel said the chat's fast today. It's good. I'm sorry. I'm going to do my best. Is it because you guys are trying to win? Oh, Aaron, do you have COVID or are you just sick with something less severe? I'm so sorry you're sick. That's awful. Diane said that only applies to using it as a marketing strategy. Okay. New Zealand would be fun. Could visit Andrew Tischler, I'm going to say. The superb owl. Hello, Spring. Katie said, I'm trying to power through the socks I'm in the middle of so I can do at least one of the warm-up socks for Sock Madness. I finished the first solar flare, the first sock of the solar flare pattern, and it's too big for me. But that means I know someone who has bigger feet, another lady, and I'm going to give them to her. So Rhonda said, anyone watching Mama Dr. Jones on YouTube, she and her family are moving to New Zealand. No, but I do watch Stephanie Lang on Instagram. She is, I think, Australian, and she moved to Ireland for a couple of years, and now she's moving back to Australia, I think. Margarita's up for a retreat anywhere. Jody said, I'm trying to finish painting my kitchen cabinets. Oh, gosh, Jody, poor thing. I did that once. I'm going to redo ours this year, so. He's a great oil painter. Can find him on YouTube. I will look. Maybe a group trip to New Zealand. Wouldn't that be the best? Can you imagine? Elspeth asked, have you ever spun kivit is how I've heard it pronounced. I don't know if that's right. I was gifted some and I actually did not spin it. I gave it to somebody who just really wanted it bad. I taught this lady to spin. Carrie, they are wildly. Will he wear super wildly colored socks? She said Dan says he has size 13 feet. They might fit. I'm gonna guess they might fit. Honest. Um. Oh gosh, no, kivit. So I didn't spin it. I gave it to somebody who really wanted it very, very badly. Pardon me. Kimberly said, "Ugh, too much happening. Can't do it this year." All. Hi, Deanna or Dina. I don't know. I'm gonna guess Deanna. Kim said, "I really want to invest in a sock machine. The good ones are so expensive." Deb just bought one. Kim. What is it called? Something in beans. I'm sorry, I don't know. Crystal wants to know if anyone has knit Arachne, I think it is, right? Oh, Terry, thank you. Terry said, thanks for your videos. Thanks for coming to a live. Okay, Aaron said, thankfully not COVID, just had a couple of weeks ago. I know, I thought you said you had just, oh no. A stomach bug is almost worse. Alice asked, Trish, what kind of spindle did you use to teach? I only taught once with a friend, and I used like a spindle that was made out of toy wheels and dowels. I've never had like a fancy one. Oh, good, Deanna. Okay, I got it right. What do you know? Night Shift is by Andrea Mowry, isn't it? Is that wrong? You have to get better first, Aaron. Aaron said, yeah, let's go to NZ. Teresa said, I am almost finished with a 1 pound spin. Kim said Erlbacher. What's that? Kimberly said Kivit is so warm. It was so short. That's it, Dean and Bean. It was so short of a fiber, but it was like silky and oh. Oh, I see. Okay, Deb, I thought you said you got the Dean and Bean. Am I crazy? She said I didn't get the Dean and Bean. I purchased the Erlbacher because my husband is paying. That's it, Dean and Bean. Thank you, you guys. I knew somebody would help me. Oh my gosh, someone's son made, I didn't see who you were, a 3D printed sock machine. I used to want one really, really badly. Oh, okay, so Deb said she got really great customer service, gave me her cell in case I had questions. That's awesome. Hello, Lana, how are you? Margarita has a Dean and Bean. See? I found them super fascinating, and I do know how to do the short row heel on them because, of course, I watched a million videos, but that was like 14 or 15 years ago, and back then I think there might have only been one place making new ones, or maybe two. Jerry said one needs to be a speed reader today. No joke. That's good. You know, I didn't know if it'd be busy today or not. Jan, it totally depends on your county, so check it out. She said, I got jury duty. Anyone know if I can bring in bamboo or wood knitting needles? I could bring in my drop spindle maybe. At mine, they won't let you bring in any knitting needles, but like we brought them into a different courthouse in a different county that I had to go to for like a custody thing for a friend, and they didn't care. So you call and check. Margaret Thomas said, I've got an antique sock machine, but the tension mast is missing. Oh, I bet that's a challenge. Oh gosh, Margarita said you can try mine this summer. Jody said I had a CSM cranked out more sock tubes than I could ever wear, then sold the machine for the same price I paid for it. That's one of the things that was really nice, is they really held their value. Hello, Eileen. Rainy London. I'm sorry. I know you said you kind of wanted some snow. Goodness. Hi, IJ Roz. How are you? Okay, Rhonda said her county won't either. I think you just have to check. Eloise or Karen said the local courthouse took away my kindergarten scissors. They'd trust a 5-year-old with them, but not me doing jury duty. You guys, I don't know if I told you guys this, but right before, I think jury duty's only like a week or two here. They closed our courthouse the day I was supposed to show up for jury duty for COVID. And it was my first time ever. Lana said, doing better. Thanks. Been under the weather last 3 days, but feeling like I can maybe do something today. That's good. I'm wanting to spin some today. Jen said, agree. Sock machines look like fun. Kate, Kate, it must have been you, right? Thingiverse is a great tool. Is that where you got the 3D printing thing off of? That's what that's for, right? Terry, Aaron said, Terry, hope your head feels better. Goodness. Glenda said, love watching your videos. I always learn so much and enjoy everyone. Thank you. Joanna said, I'm going to be knitting a Shetland lace shawl called the Esha. I don't know if I've seen that one. I'll have to look that up. Deanna, are you asking me what kind of yarn are you using? It must be, right? This is a Zauerball. You know those? Am I saying that wrong, by the way? And it doesn't, they don't have colorways. What is that about? There's nothing. Carrie said, I've never had jury duty. The first time I was 8.99999 months pregnant. The second I had COVID. That was the first time I was ever even called. Thanks. Thank you. I bought it ages ago. In fact, I looked at the label and it's probably like 10 or 11 years old. Wait, did someone say I want jury duty so bad, Jean? Oh, okay. Kate said, not me, someone else, but I've used Thingiverse at our library, which has a makerspace. That's cool. And 2 3D printers for anyone to use. It's such a cool thing. That is so cool. And Danielle, does anyone have a 3D printed Nitty Naughty? Oh, I've seen them where it's 2 pieces that fit together. My PVC one just isn't cutting it anymore. You poor thing. I love my PVC. Kimberly said, I love my socks from Zauerball. I have a couple. Yes, Lana just asked about the quilt. It's really not a quilt. It's a knitted like blanket. So this is, I think it's called Susan's Mitered Square quilt, maybe. I do have a project on Ravelry. If you can find me and look in my projects, it's connected to the pattern. I think it's called Susan. Someone will know. Kenna said I got called for jury duty twice when I was in grad school in the U.S. Still gave me a hard time when I explained I wasn't American. Do they not want you if you're not American on the jury? Lisa said I just finished a pair of Zauerball socks. Had the yarn for a long time and just found it. This is like my 3rd or 4th. Well, hello, Butterfly McKay. Gosh, I wish that was my name. I get a dumb name like Patricia. Just kidding. I do like my name. I'm just joking about that. But Butterfly's better. Teresa said I have yet to buy any Zauerball. I want to though. Right, Afghan. Why did I not think of that word? Dissa said late to the party. Hello. What's going on, lovelies and handsomies? Candy said, look at that yumminess on the table. Love the top 2 and can picture them spun together. Oh. I got on a green kit this week because of St. Patrick's Day. Okay, Kenna said, no, you need to be from that country to serve. I did not know that. But it does make sense because it's supposed to be your peers, you know? So it kind of does make sense, I guess. It's pretty good, not going to deny it. Oh, Simone asked, have you guys made knitted knockers? So I did a bunch last year for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And my mom knits them like, she's probably in the hundreds. I don't know how many she's even done. Thanks, Glenda. Maybe you'll win one. When the timer goes off, I'm not going to tell you guys what time though. Rico said, I want a new toy. What's an excuse? I mean accessory. Oh, shoot. I split my yarn. Candy said, ah, very nice for Patty's Day. Bottom one could be St. Elmo's. I think that's purple. It is purple. Teresa's made a bunch of the knitted knockers. I don't know if that's going to, I don't. Jean asked what they are. They're like a prosthetic for people who have to have mastectomy, and they're more comfortable, I guess. I don't know, than the like, and they're free, but they're much more comfortable supposedly than the like medical prosthetic ones. So Carrie said, wow, the conversation's moving so quickly. Yeah, I'm missing a lot. I'm sorry. I do apologize for that. Jerry said, green and purple are my favorite. Splendid. I love green and purple. Margaret said, I don't like Noro. Fiddle muffs for dementia patients. What a cool idea. So, yeah, Rhonda's knitting them off and on all year. Lana asked how many pairs of socks I think I've knit. I'm probably in the hundreds. I would guess between 100 and 200 somewhere. Because my mom has like drawers full. And then John, I gave away like 15 pairs of socks out of my own drawer not too long ago because I only allow myself to have so much space for socks because otherwise I'd have like a dresser full. So in the hundreds for sure. Oh, goodness. Okay, Carrie said, don't be sorry, Trish. You're only one person and we are numerous. I love it. Thank you, Alina. I appreciate it. She said, congrats on the milestone. Erin said, any advice for teaching little kids to spin? I started her with practicing treadling with regular yarn and she's doing great, but I'm worried about her getting too frustrated drafting. Have you considered a pencil roving so she doesn't have to draft to begin with and she can just learn the speed of feeding it in? Okay, Julie just had a question about yarn winders, which went by too fast. I have a Stanwood and I love it. And I used to have problems with every other one that I had. I think I maybe did it wrong. Carrie said park and draft is good too. That's probably really a good option. Yep, Terry, and that pattern is free. If you want to knit some of those prosthetics, I'm gonna keep saying that because I don't know how YouTube's gonna treat if I say knockers. I just said it again. But anyway, if you want to, the patterns are free, and then they'll show you where to send them to, and you can send them unstuffed, and then the person who receives it can stuff it to their own, whatever the word is, their own preference, I guess. Kevin said, hey, got any opinions on using a Diz? I mean, sometimes it's nice. I don't use them very often, but it's good for certain things. So I don't really like dizzing off my drum carder though, because I think it's just too fiddly for me, and I'd rather take the bat off and then just draft the bat into roving, but I can see why. Jennifer said, they're so easy, made 3 for my sister-in-law. You're talking about the prosthetics, right, Jennifer? Tracy said, my problem with yarn winding is that after washing, it is hard to cake without tangles. Interesting. Fullness. Thank you, Kimberly. That's the word I was searching for. Mary said, Pluto Lopi yarn would be amazing for a new spinner. It's an unspun yarn made for Icelandic color work. Scary. You're the worst, but I love you. Teresa said, I use a Diz when I use wool combs. I do sometimes use it on the combs. And sometimes when I draft a bat into roving from like if I roll it up and draft it off the end, I really like the Diz because it helps it hold together, if that makes sense. Hi, Jamie. Jamie said, can only stay a few minutes, but have missed all of you. We've missed you too. Rhonda said, Carrie, you're a hoot in all caps. Kimberly said, I have not used my drum carder yet, but hope to soon. I hope you do soon too. Kevin said, a Diz changed my spinning. Well, maybe I'm doing it wrong maybe. Crafting is definitely not about speed, but I have so many ideas my head feels splody. I have that a lot. And I feel like sometimes like I'll make something on the drum carder, let's say, and the color combo will give me like 5 more ideas. And I can't do them all because I'll do one of the new ideas and that gives me 5 more, and I'm like one of those charts that just continues to like go off in all different directions. That's my brain. I can't do them all. Glenda said my daughter has 2 golden doodles that have curly sheep-like locks. I've been thinking about spinning there for the next time they go to the groomers. I've heard that before. People always look at doodles. Stacy's Stacy's wants to talk about dying, and you went by so fast. Mordants were overwhelming. So if you use acid dyes, you don't need one except like vinegar, white vinegar. But yes, Chris said that's how I feel after watching a YouTube. If you want to do natural dyeing, I also feel that the mordants are very overwhelming. So Eileen said, please hit like. You guys, it would be cool. Hit like. It helps. It's good. Jamie said, I spun my sheepadoodles. Now, what's that? But be wary of making sure the hair is long enough. Hi, Lori. You're here, though. You're not late. You're here at the right time. Gary said, I only found Trish a year ago. Somehow I managed to get in 3 years of watching. It's a gift. It's a gift for me. Thank you. Julie said, I did. Oh, you went by so fast. I diz top. Oh, interesting. Oh, yep. Jody spun her dog hair in. I've done it so much, it's not even funny. Luther doesn't really shed, but Gus, I mean, I'm constantly picking Gus's hair off of everything in the world. Jen said I use alum for mordant. Can you use that with everything? For mordant on natural dyes. Can you use alum on everything? I think that's a little question that I don't really understand what things go with what. It's so... Carrie said, happy YouTube to you, then you're welcome. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so cute. Jean said, I'm constantly rewatching. A sheepadoodle is a mix of a poodle and a sheepdog. I did not know that. Are they cute? I bet they're the cutest. Jerry said, I've not had success with natural... Me either. So I use acid now, too. Same. Jerry and I are the same. We are unnatural. I've tried it, and I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's my water. I don't know if I'm getting bad advice, but I can never make them really good. Carol said, alum makes colors much brighter. Wait, Carrie said, I accidentally spin Angelina into my cat often. I do that too. Deanna said I always end up spinning my own hair in. I was literally taking my own hair out yesterday of one of my projects I'm spinning. Mal said my understanding is that different mordants make different colors in natural dyes, and some mordants work better with certain dyes. Okay, so that's kind of what I thought. That it depended on the dye, what to use, and also I have seen different colors made with different mordants. So Starla is also unnatural, does not like natural dyeing. I see you, Starla, and I get it. Jean said you need too much science for natural dyeing. I think it's Michelle, right? Grandfather had sulfur water when I was a kid, used to get in the sprinkler. My sister went to college someplace with sulfur water, and it also had a lot of iron, and she'd come home and her hair would be red. It's the iron in the water. Carrie's saved up kitty fluff. It felt so quickly. Does it? I didn't know that. Yeah, Erin is a natural dyer, so she might be able to help. Abir said, Eileen, you can build stuff. Uh-oh. Kimberly said, my kids always say every stitch is knit with care and a little bit of mommy hair. I'm with you, Kimberly. My hair is everywhere anyway. Always. Poor John. Have an acquaintance wanting me to try spinning her Himalayan cat fur. That's longer though, right? Cece said, what's a good beginner dye collection? I don't really know of the collections, like what's in there, but when I started, I could not afford to buy like a billion colors. So I got black, red, blue, yellow. So the primaries, because you can mix almost everything from the primaries, and then a pink. Because making a really pink was very difficult with the colors that I had. Eileen said, "Hi Terry, your water hardness could have something to do with that. I want to try with Ivy that is supposed to give green. Yeah, water hardness can affect a lot of different dyes, so that's true. We have hard water here." Oh, Rhonda said, Elizabeth, well, I bought a hand woven towel and was excited to find a bit of Gus glitter. I'm so sorry, Rhonda. I try, I swear. It's everywhere. It's on me right now. In fact, there's like, I can literally pull some off me right this second. Teresa said Knit sell a greener shade starter pack that is nice. I don't have experience, so it's good. It's good. You always get a lot of good feedback here. Jen said Dharma has a beginner dye kit. Carol said urine needs to be, oh yeah, they used to use it with indigo. It's the ammonia, right? Mandy said a few years ago I got a starter kit of greener shade from Knit Picks. It has worked well for me just dabbling. I don't know if they still have it. So that's a couple Knit Picks votes. Terry, that's Sylvan Woods, you're Terry, right? I'm just making sure. I'm not funny. Funny looking. Kimberly said my hair is midway down my back, so when I shed it's substantial. I don't know how I have any hair on my head because it's everywhere in this house. I have to like detangle my vacuum. Ooh. Candy said it's fine, the hair thing. It's funny and not funny. I did start biotin hoping I see less hair in my food when I cook. I had to put mine up. Oh, good. Okay. I thought you were Terry, and then I thought, am I using the wrong name? That would be terrible. Julie says it seems everything affects natural dyeing, including where and when you pick the dye material. Yes. Jean said, I think Paradise has a beginner kit also. They probably do. I try. The name thing, I feel like it's like a respect thing, so I really want to get it right, but I don't always get it right. Oh, Kimberly said my hair's graying now, so I call it glitter knitting. I like it. Yeah, Crystal said we just have to accept that women shed like cats. Oh my goodness. Yep, Karen said I also have to do surgery. I have no animals. 3 kids is enough pets for me. Yep. But my hair will like, it's like tough. It'll wind itself around there and it will stop it. She said, haha, Trish. It's true. How? It's everywhere. Carrie said, I like silver hair and I only have a little bit at my temples. Yeah, you guys, I was going to grow mine out and I tried and I have a lot less than I thought because it's only like right around the front, but the front is what I see the most, you know? Speaking of which, someone's got to do something about this. Crystal said gray hair equals clear hair. Yep. Danielle, I just chopped off 12 inches of hair. It sure has helped. Hello, Molly. Margarita's project 10% dog. My goodness. Okay, Erin said, if you're new to natural dyeing, buy dye stuff from a legit website that has all the information. Not all natural dyes are created equal. Good advice. Like I said, I don't really know a lot. Oh, thanks, Carrie. Oh, thanks, Deb. You know what? My hair is in my face all the time. So I just have to do something sometimes to get it out of my face. Danielle said I could make a wig with the hair from my hairbrush. Same, Danielle. I cleaned it out 2 days ago and I looked at it today and I'm like, it's like I never did. Oh, Teresa said I have not had a cut since COVID hit. You probably don't have time, huh? Chris said my white is at my sideburn area. I look like Polly Walnuts from The Sopranos. Oh my gosh, I love The Sopranos. It's so good. Teresa said I really need to find time to go. Jean said I was going to do the same, Trish, but it's only gray at the temples. Yeah, carry the ring light. Ugh. I had the light off, and Kay Clark, you guys probably know who that is. She's like in our Facebook group. She suggested full spectrum bulbs in here, and I haven't gotten them yet. I think that might help my lighting situation. So I'm gonna get some. Oh, timer! It's Michelle. Boiling walnut hulls for color. You win. Let me turn off my timer. You win! Wait, it's Michelle, right? M2Y, M2Y. You win. And I think it's Michelle. I hope so. Yay! Okay. So you get to pick what you want. Let's do it really quickly. So which one do you want? Do you want a braid or do you want a bat? And then we'll take you through them. Or do you want to see it all? Or do you just want to do it via email? You tell me. Lana has a skunk streak. Do you even know what you win? Because some people weren't here yet. And you're like, wait, what did I win? You want to see them all? Okay. All right, I'm going to go through the braids first since they're right here. So we'll just number them. 1, and you can ask to see them again. Is this, yeah, that's about right. I'm trying to see how true they are. 2. Danielle. 3. This one is actually, it's braided, but it's a gradient dye. 4. Trying to see how good these are. Oh, there's a little sawdust on it. It was on my table. Sorry about that. Okay, 5. This is a different green one. Like I said, I'm on green right now. I don't know why. And then 6. Okay. And then the bats. This is a lot. So there's also 6 bats. So this is one. It's like mostly blue and copper and gold. So 1. A different blue one that's more blues and greens. You can't really see the green, but there is some green in this. Here's a, oh, kind of a unicorny one. 3. All of these are merino or Corriedale, and there's sparkle and stuff like that. So then 4, it's like black and purple, a lot of sparkle and red. This is a lighter unicorny one. 5, oh my gosh, I'm getting a leg cramp. Oh, okay, I got it. And then 6 is like reds, purples, gold. There is some gold stuck to it that doesn't belong to it. Okay, so you still get to decide if you want to see something again. You guys are so funny. You guys are so funny. I can't. We're going to have to talk about that after. Can we see the bats again, please? Okay. I'm going to go back through in the same order so that it's all the same. Is it? Okay, so 1 is like gold and copper and blue. It's mostly blue. Okay, so that's 1. Oop. Here's 2. It's blue, and then there is a little green in it that doesn't appear to be showing up for me, and probably some purple. 3 is the darker unicorn one. It has more purple in it. I have a candle lit over there. I was just trying to make sure I didn't accidentally set one on fire. They're all like 5, 6 ounce, something like that. Okay, so this is 4. It is purple, red, black, and sparkle. This is 5. It is the lighter unicorny one. Ooh. I don't know why I think purple and pink is unicorns. And then this is 6. She wanted to see the bats again. And they're pretty big bats because they're off the, the big brother. It's like 18 by 39. You guys are so funny. Heart of the ocean. No, I didn't know that. Tanya. Oh my gosh, you guys, I really have been trying. Julie said you've been busy, Trish. I've been trying to just like spend a whole day and then I get lazy and don't want to stand at my drum carder, but I really need to. Yes. Can you hold 5 and 6 side by side, please? I'm sorry that this is how you have to pick. It's kind of challenging, isn't it? Let me see. Let me get up. So this is like blue, purple, pink. There is some white mixed in. There's sparkle. Okay. And then this one is like red, gold, purple, and black mostly. Wait, did you say? Yes. Okay, no. You guys are the funniest thing ever. Honestly, okay, Kimberly said 4. So, oh, the other dark. Oh, you mean this one? Okay, so 4 and 5. These two. Wait a minute. You can't really see when it does that. These two. Is that the 2 that you wanted to see? So this one is 6 and this one is 4. Okay, which one? 6 or 4? 6 or 4? I didn't think this was going to take so long. Okay, 6. All right. Michelle's got 6. Congrats. Please email me your Tanya. Please email me your snail mail address and I'll get it in the mail to you. You guys are so funny. So congrats. Thanks. Oh, don't be sad. Candy said you can get the blending board cloth cheap on Etsy. Cheap to me anyway. It's like $50. Oh, nice pick. Julie said, love the bats. My drum carder is my favorite new tool. Jen said, that's how I felt, Carrie. Like the eye doctor. Is this one better? Or is this one? Is this one better? Or is it this one? You're welcome. Bear said, now I really want to get some sparkle add-in fiber. Yes, the rest are going in the shop. I actually took pictures, and then this week I just was struggling. I worked on taxes a bunch this week, so I did not get them listed, but they are going in, and I also have like a little beginner spinning kit that's going in, and I made a special buy on Rambouillet. I got a really good deal, so I'm going to pass it on to you guys for like £1 at a time. So that's going in too. Eileen said, wow, we're 116 today. That is a lot. Wow. Hello, Lori. It is just a sock. Just a sock for my son. Danielle, my hope is tomorrow. She said, please let us know when they're going to be in the shop. My hope is tomorrow. Rhonda said, taxes will suck the life right out of you. I didn't do a very good job this year. I mean, I have everything and I'm pretty reasonably organized, but I still needed to like get all the stuff, just get it all together. So I think this week I'll be just filling in the blanks and turning our taxes in. So it's fine. It's just a lot of work. Jennifer said, I tried the link to your shop, but it won't load. If you just type in fiberlovediary.com, you'll get there. Wendy said Rambouillet. Yeah, that spelling sucks. It is hard to spell. There you go. Carrie said, after the live, I'm going upstairs to my studio to make my own number 6. Glenda said, I've been thinking about getting longer DPNs to knit sleeves. Have you done that before? I usually knit my sleeves with DPNs. Jody said, I'm an accountant and buried in taxes. I'm one of those weird people who kind of likes it though. So Jody, my whole career until I really, well, after I moved here too, has been in finance. So I know what I'm doing, and I do love being able to like slot things all together, but for some reason the months just get away from me, and getting them all like, organized in the business thing has been a pain to do the whole year at once. So I'm thinking about investing in the QuickBooks Online thing just to make it simpler, because I've done so much QuickBooks in my life. Harley asked, any good men's wide sock knitting patterns? I mean, if you find a pattern you like, you can always make it wider, if that makes sense. Teresa said, anyone here not subscribed? Go click it. Debbie said, organizing the taxes is the worst. I just really need to do, like, it's confession time. Last year, I did the same thing. But I waited till like April, which was a bad idea. So in my calendar, I put that by the 5th of each month, I was supposed to have closed the month before, and I didn't do even 1 month. I just got that reminder every month and said, so this year, I'm going to try and do better. I really want to do it. It's so much, it's like no time if I just do a month. But if I have to do the whole year, it's like annoying. But I don't show up with a garbage bag full of receipts or a paper bag full of receipts, because Jody, you know, and I know that it happens. I worked in public accounting and people did that. Jody said, regardless of what you use, the trick is to keep up with it. Yeah, my taxes are never done until August because you're busy doing everybody's. Eileen said, I use 74 stitches for men's socks. I think I usually use like 70 to 74 for John's. It depends a little bit on how like heavy the sock yarn is. I'm close though, you guys, really close. Right. Terry said we all do it our own way, Trish. We do. I believe that there's a good way for everybody. Hi, Jerry, how are you? Gosh darn it, I meant to say that right away. Darn it. I thought about it like 2 days ago. I'm like, I need to make sure I say hi to Jerry. Oh, Jerry said, my husband just sent off our taxes yesterday. Your refund comes quickly when you send it early. We'll be paying. So Harley said, thank you guys. I've only knit one pair for me, so I'm a bit lost. I appreciate it. You can always just find a pattern that you really like and then add enough stitches. Like, check your gauge out and add enough stitches to go around your foot. Oh, Jerry, buddy. She said, you should see his big smile. I did film that video for you too this week, Margarita, so it'll be soon. Carol asked, what time is it where you are? It is, hang on, because my laptop clock is wrong. 2:48 p.m. I guess anybody knows that, but still. Rhonda said, my husband wears a U.S. men's size 14, is that quadruple E? His foot is 12 inches long and 11 and a half around at the widest part. I call them Wookiee socks. Those are like hobbit feet. Candy said, you always have some fun and nice sock colors you're working on. Danielle said, "Hey Trish, can we agree that the conversation was bonkers before the alarm went? How did anyone keep up? Nobody's keeping up. It's like life. Some of us are better at faking it. um, Lori asked, "What size of needles do I use for socks?" So I use 0 because I have a very loose gauge, so that helps me get small enough. Um, but that's not, most people don't need to. Karen said, "I tried doing my own taxes 1 year and ended up just sobbing at the dining table. It's totally worth it to pay someone to do it for me." Julie said, "If we keep commenting, will you pick one of us and do our taxes?" You know what? I've always done it. And like I said, I worked in public accounting for a while. So I've done my mom's business taxes. It's just, you know. Right. Carol said 749 here in the UK and dark and rainy. That's what Eileen was saying. It's raining in London. Carrie said it's like a party, different conversations going on all at once. I love that. I want it to be like a party. I do understand. Julie said, "Pick me." I do understand why some people just hate it. Because, if your brain doesn't work that way. Can you guys hear that? John's moving furniture in his office. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm crying. Terry said, "I do my mom." He said, "Sorry. I do my mom's and brother's taxes every year." Terry's been accused of having hobbit feet. Hi, Susie. How are you? I know, Deanna. I can't even do it more tightly even when I try. Oh, Elizabeth. I used to jokingly say that I can't be late to a party because I bring it with me, but it's not true. I'm the most stay at home, not party person in the world. Right, Kimberly said it's our version of YouTube ADD. There you go. New prize. Pick fiber or free tax return processing. Heck no, that's way more expensive. Oh, I'm sorry, Stacy. I didn't see your question. Buy a beer. I missed it. I missed that too. Right. Carrie said I can't be late to a party because I don't go. Oh, Michelle said, "Karen, haven't seen a 1040 easy in years." Me either. Tanya wants to know if anyone else is in New Zealand that's subscribed. There is definitely more people from New Zealand, but I don't know if any of them are here right now. Margarita said, "Anyone ever do diamond painting? I was obsessed with it until COVID hit and then I lost interest. My daughter has just pulled one out of my stash, not ready to vacuum up all those beads again." I haven't tried it, but I do know somebody who has tried it. And I like watching it weirdly. Have you ever just watched it on YouTube? I'm not strange at all. Starla does it. There you go. Susie, we're going to have a retreat there. Come with us. She asked, "Do you have a favorite needle brand?" I just ordered ChowGoo interchangeables. I have kind of like a couple favorites. If it's wood, I like the Likya, which is, some people say likey, but we were told that it was Likya. I don't know. That's for wooden ones. For metal ones, I think my favorite are the ChowGoos. The red ones, I love those. But I also really like the Addy lace clicks, I think is what I have. So I like all of those. Donna said I watched it on Twitch. Oh, diamond painting? I'm glad you mentioned Twitch. I have been thinking about maybe doing some of the Sock Madness socks, like knitting live on Twitch. Is that weird? It's a little weird. Hello, Paul. Oh, Rico's gotta go. Apparently food is something people need. Ugh, People just got to eat later and later. Catch me in your shop later. Okay. Bye, Rico. Candy said, I love my chow goo with red lace too. I do have Haya Haya. Is that the right way to say it? Fixed for socks. I don't know. What's Twitch? It's like a platform, kind of like YouTube, where you watch stuff live. Jennifer asked, oh, Donna thinks it's a great idea. Okay, cool. Jennifer asked, what is Sock Madness? I'm glad you asked, Jennifer. It's like a team sock knitting competition, but it's not really teams. What do you call it when they make the bracket smaller as you go? I don't know how to say it. Let's say this. You get 90 people on your team. Then in the first round, the first 80 people move on to the next. Then it goes 70, 60, 50. Okay, like that. It might have started with only 60. But anyways, last year I was super, yes, Glenda said process of elimination. I was super into it, and I was like tournament style. It's like March Madness, exactly. So I was super into it last year, and I'm too into it when I do these competitions. And I made it to the second to last. Was it second to last or third to last? Bye, Erin. I hope you feel better soon. And then you knit the pair of socks as fast as you can once the pattern drops. The first people move on. It's super fun, but they're very, very challenging patterns. It's a little like Tour de Sock used to be, but the way it's organized is different. Rhonda said, I'm slow knitting socks. I'd be knocked out of Sock Madness in the first round. I was kind of surprised how long people could stay in. Julie said, Sock Madness, who runs it and when? It starts in March, during March Madness. And there's a group on Ravelry called Sock Madness Forever, I think it's called. You just join it, and then there's a info thread that'll tell you how to get registered, and then they'll put you on a team. They actually assign the teams. It is very hard. Marina said, Sock Madness looks hard. It was crazy last year. And also, you agree to make the socks per the pattern and the specs that they give, and sometimes they don't fit you. So you have to just be okay with giving them away. I'm sorry, Elizabeth has to go. Carrie said, I watch Twitch all the time, but only for my favorite D&D live stream. Glenda said, gosh, my mother could knit so fast, and you never really have to watch what she knits. You'd be surprised, Terry. Thank you. Rox just said congrats on 100,000 hours. I'm trying to celebrate every win right now. Deanna said I didn't expect to make it far, but then I ended up being among the last 10 of my team. I cannot remember if I got into the last 10 and then quit. Annie would remember. She was on my team, Annie Gray. She had a baby during the first week of Sock Madness, and she stayed in. She gave birth. Okay, Pearl Combo. I think it's Tamara, right? She said, I just watched your episode about Sock Madness from last year, and you compared it to childbirth. It totally is, and let me tell you why. It's painful. I would stay up late, my hands hurt, and I can't, I just have to power through. And I kind of psychologically freak myself out in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but I quit before I was done last year. And then I was like, I tell myself I'm never going to do this again. And then over the year, you're like, maybe this year I can do it. Maybe I can do it again just one more time. So it's like having a baby. Glenda said, yeah, what happens when you're the last one standing? So you're when you are the last one on your team, the last round is all the top person, top is the wrong word, but the last person from all the teams play against each other. So there can be only one. It's like Highlander. You know what, Chris? I make it not fun. She said, was it fun though? I make it not fun for myself because I am so like obsessed. But I'll never get better if I don't keep trying, so I'm gonna try again. It's like childbirth, man. A year later, you're like, I can probably do this again. It's fine. Yes, Mel. Michelle said, never done one sock inside the other, have done two at a time side by side. You know, I never even thought about trying that. Yes, Julie, you win something. I don't even know. They pick winners for other things too, but I'll never win that though any of those. Because they're Mel said, I love that you know Highlander. They pick winners from like people who chat a lot in the thread. And I don't chat a ton. I mean, I have to post my finished pictures because it's part of the deal. But I don't do like a ton of chatting because it goes fast and I feel like I don't really have time, you know, in between. So they pick winners for prizes from the chat threads, but I'll never win one of those. Cece said, oh God, that's funny with Sock Madness. There was a moment I thought to have a next baby, but the child seats and all the baggage. Mel said, OMG, I'm trying to make Chex Mix and I can't keep up with this today. Sometimes you can't cook and chat. What are you going to do? Are you having a Super Bowl party, Mel? We're not. I don't even watch. I don't even know who's playing. It's very un-American, I know. Lori said that would be interesting to see it done. I've never heard of doing one sock inside the other. Rhonda said, have you all seen the videos of the lady that knits like 10 pairs of socks at one time on super long circular needles? I have not seen the video, but I'm pretty sure I've heard about that. Deb said, I just signed up to Twitch. Do I need to buy a headset? No. No, you don't. What do you mean? I can chat while I knit. What are you talking about? We don't do football. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Deanna said, yeah, I never even thought about that. You also get all those patterns for free. If you're participating, you get like, I don't even know how many it is. 10 or 12 patterns. Right, Highlander with knitting needles. That's what it is. Just as said, Trish came on and I'm not at work, so I gave the house cleaning a rest and grabbed my closest work in progress. Good for you. The house can be cleaned later. Chris said, I thought two at a time was tough, sorry. Karen said 10 pairs at once, I would end up with a tangled mess of yarn. So that's the thing. I don't like dropping and picking up the yarn. That's why I don't do that. Terry said, I don't know who's playing either. Hub's just left to go watch. We can't get it here. Oh. Deanna said, I've never watched the Super Bowl. Carrie said, I think it's almost time for Dan to make me a superb owl mimosa. It's the same as a regular mimosa, except I toast owls with it. Susie said, it is insane. I hate knitting two at a time on one circular. It is too fiddly. I always knit mine in two sets of DPNs. Kim said, how fast do you need to complete them? If you're asking about Sock Madness, you just need to like beat the people in your team. So the speed is different every time. I have never played Sock Wars. I don't even know how it worked. Crystals. Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't get all of that. Sorry, I just scared Louie too. Tamara said, I tried two at a time, but then it's not portable. Mel's giving Carrie some owls to toast. Carrie Candy finally made it back. Internet went out for whatever reason. Who knows? Julie asked if I'm doing any weaving lately. I haven't really been weaving lately. I have a warp on my loom that I don't love, and I just have to start forcing myself to push through it. Deb said, "Can you make them with?" Of course. You mean the Sock Madness socks? No. That was like last year. Color work, brioche. I'm trying to remember. Oh, that's right. Sorry, Deanna said it. Qualifying round is a 2-week time limit. I totally forgot. That must be starting soon. I'm still doing a warm-up pair. This is said, I really wish I could organize a knitting or spinning or any type of yarn craft get together with people in my community, but I'm way too introverted to want to spend any time with people I don't know. It's really a hard thing, especially being the organizer. Oh, Jamie's also struggling right now with weaving. I just don't like it. Bye, Donna. Thanks for coming. It's nice to see you. Hey, Lisa, you're not late. You're right on time. Right where you're supposed to be, you know. I've been thinking about you this week. I'm wondering how you're doing. Mal said you need to do another dishcloth weaving video. The peoples love them. That's weird that you said that because I've been thinking I really could use some new ones. Yeah, Teresa, brioche socks with color work. And I thought they were ugly. And I don't just mean mine. Like, I didn't see a single pair that I thought were good, but I gave them to someone else. My ugly is someone else's pretty, you know? Works out fine. Tanya said, I used to clean people's houses for a living, made good money at it. I'll trade you for fiber, Tanya. I'll make you bats every week. Just clean my darn house. Bye, Julie. It's good to see you too. Jamie said I had the silk I dyed, but it's so slippery and I don't want to do it. I don't know what to do. Frustrating. I'm sorry. Thanks, Lisa. Candy said everything is that way between pretty and ugly. I agree. You know, it's just weird that like you just bust your buns to knit this pattern of socks and at the end you're like, that's so ugly. Mel said they are your most liked videos and may push you over that 10K mark. I'm such selfishly dreaming of drum carters. You're funny. Julie said, dishcloths, what fiber do you use? Always cotton. Or, I mean, I would maybe use linen, but probably not for dishcloths. Tanya said airfare as well. Is there a bus? Bats for house cleaning. Ellen said, with your dishcloth, have you done it with a single thread of 8-2 cotton? No, those are dish towels. And I have done it. I'm lying. I did it once. They ended up a little bit thinner for me, and I actually use them kind of like more like a washable paper towel. They're thinner. Eileen said, I think I would be too picky for sock madness. Too many socks I don't like, and my time is too precious to knit stuff I don't love. I get that. Believe me. I knit several pairs that I thought were ugly last year. Definitely not anything I would have picked. Kay said, I'm playing with sock inside a sock. They seem so huge. Hope after they come off the needles and blocked will be the right size. Fingers crossed. Wendy's working on her first Fair Isle socks. I just finished one and it's too big for me. I was a little sad. Tanya said bus over the ocean would be interesting. I just thought it would be cheaper. Hey, KJ. There is someone, who is the other person that does a sock inside a sock? I don't really still understand that, I don't think. Oh, Dion. She said, who knew? Spinning is fine on my shoulder, but knitting kills it. Gosh, I'm sorry that you're not all the way better yet. I hope that you are soon. I know it's been a while. Jamie said nerds will rule the world. Wait a minute. We don't rule the world now? Wendy said sock inside a sock. Mind blown. Terry said I remember my mom struggling with Argyle socks once and she ended up tossing them. My mom's first pair of socks were Argyle that she knitted. She was like, I didn't know that it was going to be hard. So I just did it. Chris said I have an 8-dent heddle and I'm struggling to find the best weight cotton yarn. Any suggestions? For towels, you mean, Chris? Candy said I forgot who that was. And I don't get it either. I don't think unless it's like doing a hat. I don't know. I know they explained it and it made sense at the time and I can't really remember now. Bye, Kate. Kate's leaving. Stacy said I want a tea towel that's smaller to dry hands and wipe counter. 8.2 may work. 8.2 will work. It just, you probably want it in a 12.5 dent heddle or finer. Terry said my shoulder gets sore from knitting too. I have to break and stretch a lot. Huh. Yes. Harley said I use peaches and cream on my 8-dent, but I'm new. No, that's what I would do too. If you really want to use the 8-dent, I would definitely use like the peaches and cream. Lori said I'm confused on how sock and a sock would work. Bye, Kate. Did I say bye, Kate, already? I think I did. I don't know. My brain. Karen said, yeah, I think 8.4 cotton on a 10-dent would be fine. My only 8.4 is rug warp though, and I'm not sure how absorbent. It's cotton, so I guess it was probably fine. Diane said like double knitting. Yeah, but wouldn't you have to switch yarns back and forth? How do you... Bye, Tanya. It's nice to see you. Terry said I have nerve damage and bursitis in my left shoulder, so when I'm crocheting or knitting, weaving, etc., I have to take a lot of breaks. Teresa said sock inside a sock is kind of like double knitting. 2 layers, 2 socks, 2 balls of yarn. If you cross your yarn once, they won't come apart. I've never made them. Terry said I have 8.2 to use too. This helps to know the size dent. I like it doubled in a 12.5 dent heddle. But everybody's kind of like a little different on how they like their towels to come out. It does work single. It's just finer. Julie said peaches and cream. Would that work for dishcloths? I like it for dishcloths. Rock said, yes, you have 2 separate balls of yarn. How do you just run them both over your finger like when you're doing color work? I know not everybody does it that way, but I do. Chantal, hello, you didn't miss it. In fact, we're going to be here another 15 minutes or so. Welcome. And welcome back. Glenda said peaches and cream would be great for dish towels, I bet. I did make like little ones out of it. It's nice. It's a little thicker than I like, but it works great. Crystal said you don't switch yarns out. You hold yarn. Okay. Tissa said, I feel weird about making socks only because I know how fast we go through regular socks at our house, and I'd be afraid to lose something I've spent so much time working on. I think people have that doubt a lot when they're starting out knitting socks. Nope. L. Watson said, is double knitting slipping every other stitch? It isn't. It's like you're knitting the front and the back at the same time. Oh, thanks, Carrie. Carrie said, I love the towel I bought from you. Was that with a rainbow? Terry said I was going to try double for this. IJ said, husband came home last night with a treadle sewing machine cabinet that has been revamped into a jumbo spinner. Always seen them on Pinterest, but he actually found it for sale here in our little town. How sweet. Thank you, Chantal. I appreciate it. Yes, knit and purl. When you're like when the side on the back you have to purl and the side that's towards you have to knit. I mean, I guess you could slip and then go again, but that would take more time. Crystal said that if you want to do 2 socks at the same time, go Google Knitty and look at the archives. All right, man. Lori said, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Yes, rainbow with the black weft. Oh, yeah. Was that the wrong one? Did you order gray? Somebody's got mixed up. Dion asked what I'm knitting. It's just sock. In fact, I'm about ready for heel flap. So thrilling, right? I'm going to set these aside and do a heel flap after. We're almost done. Rhonda bought one of those too, yes. Gail asks, how can you knit without looking? I just practice a lot. Oh, excuse me, sir. Trina said, I finished my first pair of socks last week. Good for you. Hey, from, is it Hidden Night, North Carolina? I don't know how to pronounce it. I probably got it wrong. Harley said that gradient is gorgeous. It's the sour ball. It's not me. I didn't like... They are very fun. Yeah, congrats on your first pair of socks. It's really fun to get your first one done because you're like, okay, now I get it. Crystal gave up on the mitten. I get it, Crystal. Glenda likes the gradient too. Trish, do you use the Kitchener? Yes. To close the toes, I do. In fact, years ago, my mom was like, can you teach me to do that? And I was like, yeah, okay, so knit yourself a couple little flat swatches. And then I taught her on 2 flat swatches. And that's how I do it. Gail said, what size yarn for 8 dent? If you don't want to double it, Gail, I would use worsted. So like, is it peaches and cream or sugar and cream? Both of those. I don't think the peaches and cream is still in business, is it? Karen said, I used to knit in the movie theater. Great if you're just stockinette stitching. I can rib without looking too, but it has to be 1x1 or 2x2 or I get mixed up. Julie said, any sock recommendations? There are a million, like vanilla sock. Just look for a vanilla sock pattern because once you do it and you understand the construction, it will make it a lot. It'll help it click in your brain and you'll be able to do anything. Terry said, I didn't get it until my second pair of socks and now I love doing them. I do too. You're welcome. I just literally would shut my eyes until it felt like something wasn't right. And then I would look. And it just got further and further before I had to look, if that makes sense. Sarah said, going to get the courage to cut into my hand-woven fabric. Cut it. It's liberating. You'll love it. You'll be like, yeah. Harley asked about the warping bar. It'll work, yes. Anything smaller than 36 inches, it'll work great. We made it only the one size because so often people want to like get a bigger loom. I don't want to say upgrade because it's not really an upgrade. Just get a bigger loom during their weaving career, and this way you never have to get a bigger bar. Eileen said, fun fact, when I started trying out 100% no superwash wool for socks, I knitted toes and heels in conventional sock yarn, so now I spent all Saturday knitting new toes as the acrylic yarn had holes. You know, but I guess that's not so bad because you could at least knit a new one on. You know, you don't have to toss the socks. Lori said, my grandson has big plans for me to knit him a pair of socks a month. I giggled. That's not going to happen. Oh, the plans people have for us, huh? Terry said, what helped me the most was to get a book. Can't remember the author who gave you the formula to make any size with any pattern. Interesting. I don't know that book either. Lana has yet to make herself a pair of socks, made quite a few pairs as gifts. Hi, Heather. Hello, my first time catching a live. Welcome. I've played with the Carter for the first time this week and spinning sheen. I don't know what that. Violet is to spin. goal, I'm guessing, is to spin some yarn for socks. That's cool. Dion asked Trish, what size are your towels? So when I weave them, they're like 20 inches wide-ish, really close to 20 inches wide. And then I like to go 26 to 28 inches in length. But they shrink, and I know they're going to shrink. But that's the, like, on the loom and under tension, length and width. Does that make sense? There you go. Eileen said, or watch Roxanne Richardson's video or channel to see all the different heels. Yeah, I did my first sweet tomato heel. I think it was a double sweet tomato heel in Sock Madness last year. Maybe. I can't remember exactly. And I was like, hey, this fits kind of nice. I like it. Lori said, yep, the list grows on and on of things people decide we're going to do for them. Stacy said, I did a double knit rug out of Plarn. So interesting, Stacy, because I've decided to start saving plastic bags and make some Plarn, and I don't know what to make out of it. But I feel like I need to do something with those bags. Starla said, I have a sock book that has flip pages for each part of a sock. You can choose different heel to. It's like choose your own adventure. Remember those? Some of you are too young for those. Oh, Candy said too tiny for me. She's talking about the micro preemie socks. Chris asked, how many socks did you end up with at the end of that race last year? I think I did one pair of warm-ups, and then, I forgot, in between, after you finish your socks for the round, they do, like, I forget what they call them. They give you a free pattern in between. Maybe a dozen? I'm not sure. Let me think. No, it can't be a dozen. 8 maybe? I'm not sure. I would have to go back and watch the video and look at my projects. It was a lot of socks. Yeah, Michelle said reusable shopping bag is great planning project. I was kind of thinking that I could do that, but then like I can only use so many, so then what am I going to do? Gail said, how do you tighten 4-string on loom that are too loose after you've woven for a while? I like to pull them off the back and weight them down underneath the back beam. So like use an S-hook with some kind of weight on it. Rhonda said yeah, we have that too. Rhonda said the grocery store here have bins to put your bags to recycle, but if you can reuse them, that's less energy than recycling. If that makes sense. Well, it's not really less energy because Harley said I was a premature baby. I think I'd like to look into knitting and donating stuff if my attention span allows for it. Thank you for the idea. Okay, so hang on, I gotta. Okay, never mind. Got away from me too fast. Susie said, I love the fish lips kiss heel. I haven't done that in a while. Rhonda said, as a mom of preemies, thank you. Oh, Kay said they make mats for the homeless with Plarn. Yeah, I guess maybe what I should do is find some place to donate them. Jody said you can make sleeping mats and donate to homeless shelters or smaller ones to animal shelters. Oh, I didn't know that. Chris said, how did you know what to have on hand? So much different types of yarn on hand. How often do the next socks show up? I can't remember how long you get. 2 weeks maybe? I can't remember. I'm sorry, Chris. I would have to look. Oh, and how do you know what to have on hand? They give you a big spec list at the beginning, and they have like A, B, C, D, E. So for socks A, you need this. For socks B, you need this. So I had them all put together in like little kits, but I didn't end up using exactly what I took out for each of the spec things. Sometimes I switched them up once I saw the pattern. Bye, Teresa. It's nice to see you. Chris said, would you ever be willing to show us some of the socks you have made over the years? Yeah. I probably should just do the video sometime, huh? John just went upstairs. Candy said, I can't remember what heel I use these days, but I think it might be some sort of slip stitch gusset. I don't get holes on them anyway. I usually do a heel flap, and I don't know why, but a lot of times I do the Eye of Partridge heel flap instead of the straight slip stitch one, but I think I should do that. It would be a good way to talk about sock madness, right? Because it is going to disrupt my filming schedule, and I feel like I should tell you guys ahead of time. Karen said, my eldest kiddo was a preemie, a 5-pounder. It was so hard finding clothes to fit her. My goodness. Lori said our straws went back to paper also. I tried to use the stainless ones. I would be up for that. The only ones in the house are the ones that me and John have, though. John and I have, whatever. Esme is my kind of gal. I mostly use Eye of Partridge myself. I don't know why. It's like a little more interesting than the straight slip stitch, but that's one of those matter of opinion things. You know what I mean? Carrie said, fish lips kiss heel doesn't fit me well. Heel flap is my fave. My goodness, so many preemies. A 2-month early preemie, but weighed 9 pounds? Really? Glenda said, my daughter was a preemie too and a Valentine baby. She'll be 36 tomorrow. Congratulations, Glenda. John, his birthday is Tuesday, so he's like the better day because that's when the candy's half off. Jessica said, I love 2 at a time socks. I am terrible at the second socks. I'm weird that way because I will like speed through the second sock on purpose. Esme likes the subtle honeycomb texture. I think that's what I like too, that no one but me ever notices. Same. Katie likes heel flap and umbrella heel. I don't know if I've done an umbrella heel. Oh my gosh. Terry said, my daughter was born 7 weeks early and weighed 4 pounds, 7 ounces. Ellen said, I've never done color work knitting. What would be a good small project to do to learn? Maybe a sock? I think a sock is good. Margarita just asked me to make a video of color work the way I do it. Other people do it the same way. I didn't invent anything like magical. I wish I did, but I didn't. And I'm going to actually use a sock to show it, and it's coming up pretty soon. I do think a sock is a good way. Maria said, hello, not having much luck with stirrup sock heels from Andrea's Everyday Socks. Any suggestions on how to close gaps on corners? I don't know those socks, I'm sorry. Rhonda said, I love an Eye of Partridge heel. Me too. Gail said, socks are hard and take forever. Is 2 socks at a time hard for beginners? I mean, I don't think that I would do it as a beginner, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it. You could just try. Oh, Starla. She said, what is the best wearing heel, longest lasting? I think so much depends on the way you wear your own socks and like the way you walk, the way you everything, that it's impossible to answer like one thing that everybody, will fit, if that makes sense. Candy said, my daughter brought my hubs and me some Faro for, what's that? For Valentine's and our anniversary. Oh, for Ferraro? Is that it? Yesterday. Well, happy anniversary! How many years, Candy? Dion said, 2 at a time is how I did my first socks. Oh shoot, hang on. Eileen said, I love the look of the eye of partridge, but I keep messing it up, so I have given up. After a while, I figured out how to like read it to tell what the below slip stitches were. Does that make sense? So that I would know what to do. But Chris said, I have only knitted 5 pairs prior. Is that 5? Gail said, I started making a sock 2 years ago. I'm still at 3/4 of one sock. There's nothing wrong with that. Not everybody likes socks. It's totally fine. If you never knit a sock, it doesn't mean anything about your knitting or your knitting skills or your knitting capability. It means nothing. Crystal needs more mitten knitting. Oh, Stacy said still have her preemie hat and an angel knitted for her. Candy said I like how the eye of partridge looks. Carola have knitted plenty of jumpers, cardigans, and scarves, but never socks. Think I have to give it a go. Esme said, yeah, it becomes easier to tell what you should be doing after a while with the slip stitches. I think so too. Gladys said, Gail, you crack me up. Reminds me of my one sock that I still need to frame. My sister only knitted one sock, and I still have it. And it would fit no one. Terry likes the eye of partridge, but I had to really concentrate, yeah. Erin said, since February is Heart Health Awareness Month, the Heart Association in our state, maybe others too, takes red knitted hat donations for the nurseries at hospitals. I've not heard that. You bet, Gail. Love you too. I'm not very helpful, but it is hard for me to answer questions sometimes because what's right for me might not be right for you, and I don't want to give people the idea that there's only one way, because I know there's a million ways to do everything. Oh, Terry said I have a 35-year-old unfinished Afghan, Gail. Oh, Ply is about mittens and hats this month. I haven't, or is it monthly? I haven't seen it yet. Lori said my first pair of socks turned out huge. Hers were huge. And her one sock was huge. But I keep it in the back of my drawer. L. Watson said my first sock, I had some anxiety about my gauge. I don't know anyone who knits, and for some reason the pattern gauge just looked too loose to me. Did it come out okay? Eileen said with a heel flap, you can do strengthening stitches, which is harder on fish lips kiss heel or other short row heels. So I would think any pattern with the heel flap would be stronger. That's probably true. Bye, Simone. I have to go soon too. Oh, actually, I probably should. I don't know what I'm making for dinner tonight. But John's birthday is coming up. So, should I buy dinner? Probably. Gail said I'm going to try double weave soon, but wow, that sure looks confusing. It is confusing. And then when you try it, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. After you do it a little while, so don't get too stressed. Leah said if I could just start projects for other people to finish, I'd be fine. Same, girl. Deb doesn't feel like it either. Bye, Kay. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I got stuff I gotta get done. Yeah, his birthday's Tuesday. Ooh, chicken, salmon, red curry. That sounds yum. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go. Oh, sheesh. Thanks for coming this week. How fun. It was wild times. So I'll see you guys Tuesday and maybe later this week and maybe 2 video weeks. So have fun. Have a good week. I love you guys. Bye.